King, man, is taking snaps in practice for the Baltimore Ravens. Got to be more careful. We'll talk about it up next on the Doug Stewart Show. Don't go away. Back in 3 minutes.
I'm solo. I like the finer things. I like to party. Bring out that liquor in, get up a Bacardi. I'm in a different place. It's getting blurry. I'm spending money like it's nothing. Pull up in foreign stunting. When you got it, know it's nothing. The way they looking at me, yeah, I love it. I see all eyes on me. I knew it from the start. You like the way I act, so I try to play the part. I'm tipsy off the stick. I wonder if you wanna party. Tryna get it started tonight. Party tonight. Tonight. Party tonight. Oh yeah. I knew it from the start. You like the way I act, so I try to play the part. I'm tipsy off the stick. I wonder if you wanna party. Oh yeah. I'm about to get it poppin'. All these niggas out here thottin', and we just tryna have fun. Watch me shake that ass, boy, you better throw them ones. All these niggas wanna love me and touch me, but I always been the judge of my case. I came up here to party, Bacardi got me really in here losing my brain. Catch me chillin' with my blood, catch them slippin', pick on my. See, we came in a club to have fun. Go drippin' on Morris, I swear we never slowing up. Pull it up. I knew it from the start. You like the way I act, so I try to play the part. I'm tipsy off the stick. I wonder if you wanna party. Tryna get it started tonight. Party tonight. Tonight. Party tonight. Oh yeah. I knew it from the start. You like the way I act, so I try to play the part. I'm tipsy off the stick. I wonder if you wanna party. Oh yeah. Come take this ride with me. Staying down all night. I'll give you what you want. Whatever you want. I'm solo cupping it. Ooh, yeah. I'm doing what I want. Hell yeah. I knew it from the start. You like the way I act, so I try to play the part. I'm tipsy off the slick. I wonder if you wanna party. Tryna get it started tonight. Party tonight. Tonight. Party tonight. Oh yeah. I knew it from the start. You like the way I act, so I try to play the part. I'm tipsy off the stick. I wonder if you wanna party. Oh yeah.
Cause I'm on white, cause I'm on white. Mr. White Dog, you heard me
Welcome back to the show. It is a fantastic, freaky, funny football Friday.
We still riding on the road. We still pulling
The number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at Doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Happy Friday to you, Stewies and Stewettes. A lot to get into today, man. Hour number 2, once again, the entertainment segment. A couple of birthday shots out that we got to give out. And hour number 3, we call it the Power Hour, where we really focus on the Stewies, get a lot of their thoughts in the chat room, take phone calls, and do all of that stuff in hour number 3. Once again, the Power Hour. And also today at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, live, the return of the Ryan Stewart Show, week number 2 on the Two Live Shoes Radio Network. Yeah. So that should be interesting. So he's been posting pictures all week long on his Facebook page with my nephews and my niece in New York City having a good time. And so I can't wait to hear wait to hear the behind the scenes stories of some of these pictures I've been seeing online as he's up there visiting family, still up there visiting family. I can't, I've said this before. I can't do New York for more than just like a cruise. I can't do New York for more than 4 days, if that. Because it's just overload. It's just too much. And I actually think he shares some of the same sentiments. His wife is actually from New York, or by way of New York. I think she actually was born up there and spent part of her life in South Carolina. His wife, JP. And so they got family, they're seeing family on both sides. And so that's why they stayed up there for 7 days. But I think I've heard him say it before too, man. That doing 7 days in New York for these country boys is real hard. I mean, just like a cruise. You can't do more than 4 days on a cruise. 7 days on a cruise is over. I mean, way over the top. And I kind of feel the same way with New York City, man. It's just way too much. Hey, man, the Baltimore Ravens have agreed to terms with Arena League quarterback. That's right, you heard me. Arena League quarterback David Olsen. Not even the real Arena League. The lower level semi-pro Arena League. Yeah, you heard me correct. The B League in Arena League. How can there be a B League for an Arena League? There is. Hey, I'm just laughing so I don't cry, man. There actually is a B League /C League for the Arena League, evidently. The Ravens desperately needed another healthy quarterback after they began training camp. Thursday with starter Joe Flacco, who's expected to miss a week because of a back injury. This guy, Olsen, worked out for the team Thursday and will join the Ravens on Friday, according to the NFL Network. He played under Jim Harbaugh's brother Jim at Stanford, where he was beat out by Andrew Luck for the starting job. He then transferred to Clemson for his final season and most recently played for the KC Phantoms of the Champions Indoor Football League. You heard me. You heard me. My man Jay Clyde in the chat on Spreaker.com says David Olsen completed 3 passes in 5 years of college football. Wait a minute. Let me repeat that again. David Olsen, the guy that the Baltimore Ravens just signed off the street, completed 3 passes in 5 years of college football. Went to 3 different colleges. Was a real estate agent. Played a lower-level arena football league, as I just told you just now, and completed 54% of his passes in the C-level arena league. And here's another thing. As my man Jay Clyde mentions in his post on Spreaker.com in the chat room, he says this dude got an NFL job, a shot, and he's not going to be on the team, clearly, when Flacco gets back and when they cut down the 53-man roster or whatever. He's not going to be on the team, but that's beside the point right now. This guy got a shot in the NFL on the roster for the Baltimore Ravens and didn't even have an agent. You got to be fucking kidding me. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Now listen, you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. As the title of today's episode says, if you ain't know, now you know. Once again, there might have been some ambiguity as far as why doesn't Kaepernick have a job, this, that, and the other. And this team says, well, we don't need a quarterback right now, or we need a quarterback. We don't need that good of a quarterback. Let me ask you that question, too. And I had this conversation with my boy yesterday. When has the NFL ever went by a policy that we want a quarterback, but we don't want that good of a quarterback? As you hear this conversation and this narrative around Colin Kaepernick, like every team, if they need a backup, they're going to try to get the best backup that they can possibly get. That's not always been the case. That's always been the case from the beginning of time. Why wouldn't you try to sign the best player that you can sign if you could sign him? This whole narrative on some of these teams and some of their excuses on why Colin Kaepernick hadn't gotten a job is, well, he's too good of a quarterback. I believe Pete Carroll said that. Pete Carroll said that, and you've heard that said in so many words from some other parts and entities in the NFL as well. Well, Kaepernick's a quarterback, but he's too good of a quarterback to play backup, so we're not going to sign him at all. It's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life, and it doesn't make any sense at all. And bottom line, man, what this says a lot. I mean, a lot of things have said a lot all summer long when teams, talk about or Kaepernick his name comes up and nothing ever happens. So a lot of things have been going down like this the whole summer long, and I never thought in a million years, even with the protests from last year, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, even with the protests last year, I never thought in a million years that this guy wouldn't be signed. Maybe he gets on a team and he's not a starter. I'm thinking that the guy can start for a lot of these teams in the NFL. All right, so throw that out the window. All right, so he's not going to be a starter, which is some bullshit. That's fine. But clearly, he's probably a better backup than 95% of the backup quarterbacks in the NFL, so he'll get a job from that. Nah, that's not the case either. Well, they bring him into Seattle, and Pete Carroll talks about him and the possibility of bringing him on. Then Pete Carroll comes out, as I just said a couple seconds ago, with this new notion that he's too good to be a backup quarterback, so we won't sign him at all. So then they take it to the next level with the Baltimore Ravens and the fact that they don't sign this guy, but they sign a guy that plays C-rate Arena League football that completed 3 passes or 5 passes or whatever my man said in his 5 years in college football. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. If you didn't know, now you know. And the crazy thing about it is Baltimore, probably more so than any other team in the NFL, would probably be his best shot to get a job for 2 reasons. One, the head coach is the brother of the head coach in San Francisco, where Colin Kaepernick excelled, took his team to a Super Bowl, also went to another NFC Championship game as well. And so he's had ties, and Jim Harbaugh has made all of these great comments to talk about how good of a quarterback he was when he was his quarterback in San Francisco. And then the other reason, I haven't heard too many even talk about it, but most of you probably know, the Baltimore Ravens got a black GM in Ozzie Newsome. I believe he might be the only black GM in the NFL. So if you put those things together, I mean, in a problem, in like what's the word I'm looking for? Like a math problem or whatever. I mean, the answer, the results that you should get from that equation, that's the word I was looking for. From that equation is a man getting a job, at least for a couple of days. And then forget about even a couple of days, man. He's probably better than, the 2 or 3 backups that they have on his team. I mean, every NFL team has at least, I would say, 3 quarterbacks on their team. So, or 2 backups. So you're talking 32 teams, 2 backups. So some of these teams probably have even 3 backups. But let's just say 2 backups. You're talking 32 teams, 2 backups. That's 64 spots that they have available, in normal times where they just don't throw out this rhetoric about being too good of a quarterback. They have 64 spots at least, probably more, because some teams, once again, have 3 spots that they have for backup quarterbacks. And this man can't get a job. You know what it is now. There's no question what it is now. And it's, it's shocking to me. And, the NFL, they're going to stand by the thought that, they have nothing to do with what these teams do as far as the players that they sign. So I see a lot of people saying we should boycott the NFL. The NFL, rightly so probably, is going to say we have nothing to do with this. They're not making calls to GMs and to teams telling them not to sign Colin Kaepernick. But everybody know what's going on. You know what it is. These individual owners have sent down this edict not to sign this guy. How dare he protest social injustice in this country? How dare he have a problem with ninjas getting shot in the back that are unarmed? How dare he have a problem with black men unarmed getting choked out for cigarettes and all the other bullshit that's happened over the last couple of years? Yeah. How dare he?